became the first non-Hutchinson to be appointed to run the family company. Would you please welcome Greg Quinn?
My career has been so very different though. It sort of just happened. I think also that my leadership style is a little different, as is Hutchie's. And I'm sure you'll appreciate this a little later in my presentation. So my training was very, very different. I didn't set out to be the head of Hutchie's in any way. I just wanted to run my own small business. And I've learnt by watching others. I was exposed to absolutely everything, the best and the worst. I developed my own sense of what is right and what's wrong, what works, what doesn't work. And basically I packaged up all of the good that I saw and experienced during that period into my head, and I've been trying to apply it at Hutchie's over the last 17 years. It was in the latter few years of my tenure at Master Builders, so in the late 1990s, that I first met Jack Hutchinson, the third generation chairman of Hutchie's. Jack came to me at Master Builders. I didn't know what he was coming to see me for. And he said, "You should come over to Hutchie's." And I said, "What could I do at Hutchie's?" And he said, "We'd like you to head it up." And I said, "You just have to be kidding, Jack. This is outrageous. I could nominate 30 and did people that I knew in the industry that could run Hutchie's, but it wasn't me." So I talked against Jack going down this path, and he simply said, "Greg, we just want somebody that can handle people." They were his words to me. And a couple of months later, I started at Hutchie's. I'd like to articulate my leadership style through a series of anecdotes that also reflect on the Hutchie's stories over the last 17 years, because they are so intertwined, it's very difficult for me not to take this approach. Hutchie's has a flat operational structure. We have 36 construction team leaders and about 10 other support teams that all report to me. I know it's outrageous, but it's our model. It's the Scott Hutchinson model, where he had 3 or 4 team leaders back in early 2001, and all we've done was expanded and grown it. There are no commercial targets at Hutchie's. We just simply back our people. And we say to each of those individual 36 team leaders, just do what you can and work within your means. Challenge yourself, challenge your teams. We back our people. We went to Melbourne following Don O'Rourke from Consolidated Properties to build a $10 million project at Doncaster about 12 or 13 years ago. It was a remote area job and the team was coming back to Brisbane. But at the end of the project, the team said, "We'd like to stay. Can we stay in Melbourne?" And so we set up an office in Melbourne. We've grown that office now, and this year we'll do somewhere between $550 and $600 million out of our Melbourne office. We have no HR department, despite having 1,730 people. Our teams are expected to treat their people like family, and that's what they do. No HR, and we never will have HR. I don't receive any written reports in a business of turnover $2.7 billion. I simply ask our people to talk to me. If you've got a problem, I want to hear about it in the first 3 seconds that you hear about it. And if there's anything good, well, you can tell me when you see me. And if I don't see you, things must be cool. We're extremely non-corporate, and it's been one of our biggest challenges as we've grown over the last, well, in my time, at least 17 years, is to retain that non-corporate approach to doing business. Keep it simple, small family business, be available and accessible, and do what you say you'll do. We treat everybody equally, regardless of whether it's a labourer on the construction site or the managing director or the chairman. That's the Hutchie's model, that's the Hutchie's story, that's my story, and I reckon they're both intertwined. Thanks for listening to me. I'll join Kerry.
Have you ever given serious thought to actually what it is that makes you the leader you are?
I genuinely feel that I just fell into it, Kerry.
Just like you fell into it in Master Builders?
Fell into it at Master Builders when I was trying to learn how to run a 2-bob business in Ipswich.
And ended up running it in 2 states?
Yeah, simply through hard work. And I guess I pride myself in just being the best. If Hutchie's moves into a venture, such as setting up a training operation, I don't want a second level or second tier training operation. I want us to be the best operation.
I won't suggest that it's impossible to have a soul if you are a big public corporation. But it's almost like, from your description, it's almost like that's a definable part of Hutchinson's.
I know and understand, as do the rest of the 1,730 odd people that work with Hutchies, that this is what we want. We just want to be a nice, decent, friendly organisation that does the right and fair thing on every front, and at the end of the day be recognised as just the best builder for all of the reasons that I've espoused, be the best builder in the country. That's our ambition.
Greg, there is one H word that you forgot to mention, and that's humility. And you have it in spades. Thank you very much for talking with us today and sharing your life with us. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Thank you very much. Good luck.